test this? Yeah, test that thing. Kurt, you want to test it? Get your voice, get tuned to your voice. Oh yeah, that's way down. That one's way down.
Testing 1, 2, check, check, check. Fincham joining you from Faith Baptist Bible College in Ankeny, Iowa. Good afternoon. We're ready for the final game of the weekend here at Faith. This one will be the men's version of Calvary versus Faith. Lady Eagles already won today, 67-48, avenging an earlier loss to Calvary on January 10th, where they lost by 11 down in Kansas City. This game is a rematch as well of January 10th. The Faith won that contest down in Kansas City 71-60, and we'll hope that the roles aren't reversed today, women winning and men losing, the reverse of what happened earlier in the month. So we'll see what happens here. Faith comes in at 9-9, losing last night to Ecclesia. I checked on the website. I couldn't see the record of Calvary, but these two teams, I would say, are very evenly matched. So we could be in for a good one this afternoon. We'll start, though, with the normal pregame things, which include prayer and possibly the national anthem. Sometimes they only do that for the women's game, but then we will have the introduction of the starting lineups. Starting lineups announced by Dave Welsh on here, the PA announcer at Faith Baptist. It's Ryan Ulrichs, Waddell Twilley, Samuel Entz, Nathan Ulrichs, and Thomas Barnett for Calvary. And for Faith, Parker Lundberg, Logan Fincham, Seth Freeman, Connor Parrish, and James Busenitz. James missing the game last night is back. There are a couple of injuries, as we mentioned last night. Josh Bockham not available, nor is Andy Hecker. So a little short-handed. Tip controlled by Calvary, and we are underway. Quickly, a driving layup misses. That was Twilley who shot that one, and Faith comes out of there with the rebound. This is Lundberg, and now to Freeman, dumped inside to Busenitz. Lundberg for three is good. Parker Lundberg gets Faith off to a good start by hitting their first shot. And the bonus, it's a three-pointer. So Faith with the early lead, just the second possession for Calvary. And in it goes to Barnett, and he shoots it in. Barnett not super tall. I didn't look at his height, but he is thick, I would say. Looks to be strong. We'll see how things go as the game progresses. Parrish for three and tries to crawl over the front of the rim. Freeman with the rebound, but he couldn't keep his feet in bounds, and so that gives the ball back to Calvary. They trail by one. We haven't even played a minute of the first half. This is the fourth of four games here this weekend. Two last night, both men and women, and then two more today. Breaking loose and scoring down low is Twilley, and he gives Calvary a lead. Freeman looking for the high pick, doesn't get it. Now Parrish cut off on his drive, gives to Freeman. Seth over to Lundberg, and he shoots it in. Parker has all five of Faith's 5 points at this juncture of the game. That's Twilley with it. Looking inside, Faith playing man-to-man. Now they're playing zone. Ulrichs tries to shoot one, and it goes off the back of the backboard. He thought he got fouled. That's Ryan Ulrichs. We'll have to differentiate between he and, I'm presuming, his brother, Nathan Ulrichs. That was Ryan. Parrish to Freeman, and now Connor Parrish. His short little jumper won't go. Rebound controlled by Calvary. That was Entz who had it. That's Ryan Ulrichs. Drives all the way to the basket and lays it in. Ryan with two, and the lead is back and forth. It now belongs to Calvary by 1 point. Parrish looks inside and finds Busenitz. James tries the reverse layup, won't go. Here comes Twilley on the run. Layup, no good. Rebound, almost tipped out of bounds, but Faith runs it down. The shooter was Entz, by the way. There's Ulrichs missing. Ball battled for, and Busenitz comes down with it. A foul is called on Twilley, who was reaching in and trying to either tie it up or poke the ball away. Neither was successful, and he is called for a foul. So 6-5 lead for Calvary. 16:50 to go here in the first half. James Busenitz gets it. Now Logan Fincham. And now Lundberg and Freeman. Freeman clears some space and shoots it in. Seth Freeman, his first basket. And last night, a lot of his family was here. I'm looking around to see if I can see them. And that, didn't see what that call was, whether Ulrich stepped on the sideline or he called traveling. I just saw both of the hands of the referee in the air. Connor Parrish all the way to the basket, lays it in. Connor got the inbounds pass and just kept going to the basket, got fouled as well. And that foul on Twilley is his second, and he looks like he's kind of the engine that makes them go, playing point guard, and he'll sit a while as he picks up his second foul. Matthew Flores replaces him in the Calvary lineup. Connor Parrish shoots in the free throw to complete the three-point play, and now it is a 4-point lead for Faith. That's the largest lead by either team here in the early going. Inside it goes, reaching in, trying to steal the ball as Freeman almost does it, and now a foul on Logan Fincham on the baseline. His first, that's the first team foul as well, and Ryan Ulrichs will throw it in. Looking for his brother, Nathan, and gets it to him. Nathan spins his way down the lane and lays it in. So Nathan and Ryan Ulrichs both with 2. The team has 8. And Faith has 10, so a 2-point lead and the ball for the Eagles. Buznitz gets it inside, can't shoot, kicks it out. Lundberg for 3, no good. Rebound, tipped, and then Logan Fincham comes out of there with it. Wide open is Freeman. Maybe that shot got tipped a little bit, but regardless, it missed, and the rebound taken down by Calvary. This is Ryan Ulrichs with it on the far side. Looks for a pick. Gets in the lane and a foul called. That's Freeman or Parrish. Both of them were there, and it's called on Connor Parrish. First foul on Connor. Timeout called. 15-10 to go in the first half. Faith with a 2-point lead. As we resume play, Ryan Ulrichs at the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. He could tie this game if he makes both. First one off back iron. Second one good. 3 points for Ryan Ulrichs. No subs came in for either team at the timeout. Parrish with it. Gets it into Buznitz. Now Parrish works his way in and can't get the shot to fall. Freeman there with good position on the rebound. And ball tipped out of bounds as Parker Lundberg drove baseline. I thought initially maybe the ball just slipped out of his hands. Referee says no. And Faith with it under their own basket. Busenitz has the ball smacked away from behind and goes flying out of bounds, and Faith will keep it. 13 to shoot, 14:44 to play here in the first half of a game that will likely be close all the way. I said that last night, and that ended up not being true, as Ecclesia pulled away from Faith. Parrish for three, no good. Rebound. Busenitz tips it to himself, and then a foul is called underneath. That's going to go on Ryan Ulrich. I believe that's his first. It is. Team foul number 3. Faith with a 1-point lead, ball under their own basket. In it comes to Lundberg. Gets his shot blocked by Barnett, and Barnett comes down with the ball and still has it. Ryan Ulrich now working against Lundberg as they switch. On the far side, it goes to Nathan Ulrich. And now Entz with it. 6 to shoot, and the ball stolen away by Busenitz. Finds Connor Parrish underneath and lays it in. Nice job of ball handling, first of all, by James Busenitz, and then a great pass. Good eye to spot Parrish flashing under the basket. Ulrich can't get it to go, almost gets his own rebound. Here comes James again on the dribble. This time nobody open underneath. Parker Lundberg kicks out to Parrish. Looks like he wanted to drive all the way to the basket, prevented from doing that, and so he was able to kick it out at the last minute. 10 to shoot now as Lundberg gets the pick, drives around it, and scores. Shot clock was running down. It wasn't at 1 or 2, but it was probably around 5. So Faith with a 5-point lead now. Ryan Ulrich working and gives off to Nathan, who shoots in a 3. Nathan Ulrich with 5. That 3-pointer cuts the 5-point lead down to 2. Lundberg with it for the Eagles and gets fouled, as reaching in, I believe, was Nathan Ulrich. A couple of subs coming in for Faith. Mason Gorsh, who has been starting, comes off the bench, as does Asa LaFleur. Asa started last night's game. I would say he hasn't started a lot of games this year. Here's Gorsh with the pass. Busenitz with it down low and has it stolen away. Reaching in and doing that damage was Flores. Ball stolen by LaFleur. Here comes Asa. Busenitz dribbles to the other side and lays it in. First basket for James. Almost thought he traveled. I think the Calvary bench did as well. I heard them holler. His steps looked a little funny, but I think he got his dribble going. Nathan Ulrich dribbles in and scores that one, making it a 2-point game again. 11:49 to go. Timeout called. Faith leading 16-14. couple of subs are in the game for Calvary. They've been in there for a bit. Jaden Hart Perkins is in there, as well as Landon Hostetler. Otherwise, the other three are guys that have been playing for a while. Gorse turns down the three, gets it to Parrish. He'll take the three, and it's good. Connor Parrish rattles one in. He has 8 of Faith's first 19. Flores with it. Defender by Parrish. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped around. Flores gets his hands on it. And Calvary will get another chance. Twisting shot missing by Ryan Ulrichs. Here comes Parrish. Bounce pass across to LaFleur. Couldn't get the shot to go. Connor Parrish has his hands on the rebound, but somebody from Calvary from behind knocked it out of bounds, so Faith will keep it. Parrish to trigger on the inbound pass. And it comes to Gorge. And Mason sometimes shoots that three off the pick. It would have been a contested shot. Passes it up, and Faith works their offense. Now Gorge from the other side shoots it in. Mason Gorge had 23 the first time these teams met earlier this month in that Faith victory. And so, you know, they have their eyes on him, but he didn't start. He has 3 now, and he could still get to 23. We played halfway through the half. Seth Freeman looked like he had a fairly clean block, but the referee down there closer than me said no. Called the foul on him, and Ryan Ulrichs, who was 1 of 2 from the line a bit ago, is back there again. First one good by Ulrichs. Speaking of what players did the first time these two teams met, Ryan Ulrichs had 10 in that contest. And he gets the second free throw to roll in as well. 3 of 4 from the line is Ryan Ulrichs in this game. It's a 22-16 lead, and now let's make that 24-16 as Mason Gorse with a backdoor cut was wide open. Tough shot down the lane is good by Flores, and timeout called by Calvary. 10:06 to go. Faith momentarily had an 8-point lead, or excuse me, yeah, they did have an 8-point lead. Now it's down to 4, 24-18. Well, my math is bad. I said the lead was down to 4. 24 minus 18. Let me hear. I got to take my shoes off for this one. That's 6. 6-point lead for Faith. 10:06 to go. Faith has the ball. This is Freeman. Landon Braz has checked in for the Eagles as well. Freeman dumps it down to LaFleur, double teamed, finds Braz underneath, shoots it in, and he's fouled. Nice job after the double team, and it looks like Calvary likes to double team down low. They double teamed Asa LaFleur, and Asa found Landon Braz flashing to the basket. Landon made the shot, got fouled by Hart Perkins, and has a free throw, and it rolls in as well. Some of the things that didn't seem to be happening last night as Faith lost a game. They missed a lot of free throws and missed some easy shots. And that's traveling on Twilly. And might be a little slick spot on the floor there. The referee's checking it out. I don't know where the man with the mop is. He's going to come out. and rub on it a little bit while they go to the other end. Faith with a 9-point lead in the ball, 27-18, and it's a 2-3 zone for Calvary. Gorsh thought about a three. Braz did as well. Instead, gets it into LaFleur, and the buzzer goes off. That couldn't have been a shot clock violation. It says 30, but it wasn't running. So, for certain, 30 seconds hadn't expired since Faith took possession of the ball, so they're just going to have to guess as to what they're going to put on. I don't know if it didn't start or it never got switched at a possession change. I'm not sure what happened, but they're going to say 15 seconds on the shot clock. That probably sounds about right. Freeman, now Lundberg and Gorsh. Freeman with it, baseline jumper is good. Seth Freeman with 4 since he entered the game. And Faith's lead is up to 11. That was their margin of victory in January earlier. A lot of dribbling going on. Finally, Barnett gets it, and it looks like they like to dribble drive. Barnett steps inside, misses, gets his own rebound, misses the follow, and then a foul called on the shot. We'll see who that goes on. Asa LaFleur was in the area. They call it on Gorsh. His first, and Barnett has 2 free throws coming. Barnett's first free throw rims out. He has another one coming. This one is good for Thomas. He has 3. His team has 19. Faith with 29. Landon Braz has it as they work it around and in the zone. Braz for 3, no good. Rebound, though, by Asa LaFleur. And now Gorsh drives and kicks. LaFleur cut off on his drive, 11 to shoot. Gorsh for 3, it's short. Rebound controlled by Hart Perkins. That's his last hyphenated name, Jaden Hart Perkins, in case you thought his first name was Hart. Here's Braz, the kick to Freeman, and now Lundberg for 3, no good. Faith started out shooting threes reasonably well. Foul in the backcourt on Landon Braz, but they've missed their last several. They are now 3 of 10 from beyond the arc. Calvary hasn't shot but 2 threes. They're 1 of 2. Overall, Faith shooting 50%, so they're doing very well on their non-3-point baskets, 9 of 14. Hart Perkins with it. And now number 10 is Twilley. Perkins inside, turns and shoots and misses. Rebound into the hands of Mason Gorsh. Gorsh ahead to Parker Lundberg. Now back to Gorsh, almost had it stolen. Braz drives and scores. Landon Braz has 5, and the lead is as large as it's been. It's up to 12. Inside, I'm not sure who that was intended for, but the receiver of the pass was LaFleur. Now Gorsh tries a 3 from the corner. It won't go. Twilley on the run. on the dribble, and a foul called. We'll see who that one is called on. I do know that going to the line will be Waddell Twilley. That foul was on Landon Braz, his second. Logan Fincham back into the lineup for Faith, as is James Busenitz. Timeout called. A couple of guys in. Looks like Lucan Most is in for Calvary, but timeout called. 6:41 to go till halftime, 31-19, Faith with the lead. All right, we have Waddell Twilley at the line for Calvary after the timeout. His team trailing currently by 12 points. And he makes the free throw. And Faith now working against a press. And an inadvertent whistle, I think. The ref might have thought that was a 10-second violation, I'm guessing. He looked up at the shot clock thinking that maybe there's 35 seconds instead of 30 on the shot clock at the beginning. That's my guess. I don't know for sure. Again, a zone defense, and Landon Braz with the dribble as he was picking the ball up to pass. Didn't see a place to pass it to, and so he dribbled again. Knew immediately that he had done that. That turnover gives the ball back to Calvary. Ball goes off Busenitz and out of bounds. It was actually tipped by a Faith player and then hit James. And Calvary will retain possession, 19 to shoot. Most with the ball, getting it inside, and now a three on the way. And that was Nathan Ulrichs. He missed it in a pushing foul on Entz on the rebound. So again, Calvary with a 2-2-1 zone press, and they don't immediately double team. There they did after a few passes. Faith is able to break the press. And now Gorsh with a drive to the basket, lays it in. Mason Gorsh with 7 since he's come off the bench, a new role for him tonight. So the lead is 13, 33-20. Driving shot by Ulrichs, missing. That was Ryan. And traveling called on Logan Fincham as he went under the basket, put the brakes on, and then passed it across the lane I know one of his feet slipped, but I would have to see the replay to contest that call. Of course, you know the rules. You have to keep 1 foot from sliding. The other one can do whatever it wants. So we'll give the ref the benefit of the doubt there. Driving shot missing, rebound into the hands of Bras. Dude, James Bouzes can't get the shot to go. Rebound tipped out. Gorsh controls it by tipping it to Bras and then shoots in a 3, does Mason Gorsh. Gorsh with 10. The lead for Faith is 16. This is Mose giving it off to Entz. Entz faked the handoff and drove to the baseline as cut off, and Ryan Ulrich spinning inside, kicks to the corner to Mose, and traveling is called on him. And he looks at his coach, and coach says, "You did." So if both the referee and your coach agree, you probably did it. Here's Freeman for Faith and Fincham. Parrish inside to Bouzes. I don't know if he lost the ball or had it tapped away. Calvary on the run. The layup is good by Samuel Entz. Entz with his first. Quickly down the other way is Gorsh, who lays it in. So Faith back up to a 16-point lead. Parker Lundberg getting ready to check in again. Tough shot down the lane, missing by Twilley. Rebound into the hands of the black-clad Eagles, and almost traveling there on James Bouzes. Shot missing by Freeman. Here's Nathan Ulrich, and he lost the ball out of bounds. He's upset. I don't know if he's upset at himself or not, but he maybe thought he got slapped as he was going by a couple of defenders. I'm not sure. He might have just been disgusted that he lost the ball out of bounds. Result is the same. The reason doesn't matter. And Logan Fincham working against this zone. In it goes to Bouzes in the middle of the zone. Parrish for 3, no good. Rebound. Freeman can't chase it down, and they're saying it belongs to Calvary. Ryan Ulrich throws it into Waddell Twilley, who trots it across the timeline for Calvary. They find themselves trailing by 16 with a little under 3 minutes to go. Most from the corner, and he shoots it in. I will admit I didn't ask the pronunciation of his name. It could be Most. It just seemed obvious, so I didn't ask. We'll call him Most. Logan Fincham from the corner, off the heel, no good. And he has it, or Lundberg has it back, and a foul called as Logan Fincham went flying to the floor. And we'll see who they call that one on. It is on Samuel Entz, his second. And I think they're discussing whether that might have been a flagrant foul. We had one of those last night in the game. 2 technicals actually called on the opposition. And I think they're going to say it's just a common foul. That is the 7th team foul on Calvary, so it's a 1-on-1 opportunity here for Logan Fincham. And he sinks the first one, has another one coming as he has earned the bonus. First point of the night for Logan. And the second free throw is good as well. Thomas Barnett into the lineup for Samuel Entz for Calvary. And the lead is 15 after those two free throws. So it was 16, then a three-point basket, cut it to 13. Now we stand at a 15-point lead. Ball almost goes out of bounds in the corner, but Nathan Ulrichs controls it, drives, shoots, and misses, but Parker Lundberg will be called for the foul on that drive and shot. So Nathan Ulrichs has 7 points here in the first half. Can add to that total right here as he will be shooting 2. And I see something on the floor, apparently some blood. Zach Barron with the gloves on and the spray bottle will take care of that. So they're looking around to see who's bleeding, I think. And I don't know if they figured that out or not. Ulrichs missing on the first free throw, the Nathan version of the Ulrichs brothers. Second one is good. And the lead is down to 14, 40-26, our score. Some token pressure in the backcourt that Faith breaks. And Freeman tries to pass across the lane. The pass was intercepted, and then Nathan Ulrichs stumbled, and the reason is because Connor Parrish bumped him. And so Nathan was just standing at the free throw line moments ago. This time it'll be a 1-on-1. That's team foul number 8 on Faith this half. So he'll have to earn his second shot and not able to do that. So just like when he was at the line a bit ago, he missed the first. This time he doesn't get a second chance. Busenitz inside, short arms the shot and does it again, gets his rebound down, and a foul on the floor. It will be free throws still, but it'll be a 1-on-1 for Busenitz after the foul. That foul on Lucan Most, and James Busenitz earns the bonus by making the first. James tallies his 3rd point of the contest. 1:32 to go as James sinks the second, and the lead's back up to 16. I believe that is as large as the lead has been here for Faith in the first half. Twilley still dribbling in between the circles, gets a pick, picks up his dribble, and then Most has it. He drives, and the ball is stolen away into the hands of Freeman. Freeman has it back, and now Fincham between the circles. Freeman looks inside, nothing available. They have 4 guys out. Parrish almost threw it away, but Lundberg came down with it. Parrish into Busenitz, and now Parker Lundberg, and he got his shot blocked. Almost could have called a jump ball as he shot the first time. Somehow he got the ball back, put another shot in the air. This time he was fouled, and that's Most. with his second personal. 2 shots because Parker was in the act of shooting, of course. Misses the first. And makes, I was going to say makes the second. Looked good. It rolled off as well. Over 2 that trip for Lundberg. 2-point basket by Nathan Ulrichs. Nathan had 6 the first time these teams met. His brother Ryan had 10 already. 10 for Nathan Ulrichs. Almost identical. His shot and game clock, just a little difference. Ball knocked out of bounds. And, the ref out at mid-court said Faith ball. The guy standing right there said, no, that belongs to Calvary. So Calvary with a chance, instead of Faith getting the last shot and maybe lengthening this lead, it could be shortened, but it is not, as Thomas Barnett misses from the corner. Halftime is here, 42-28 our halftime score. Faith with the lead. And we'll talk about the first half when we come back before the second half begins.
just.
Kurt Fincher rejoining you from Ankeny, Iowa. We are at halftime of the men's game between Faith and Calvary. 42-28, our halftime score. Faith was led in scoring in the first half by Mason Gorsh, who came off the bench tonight, maybe for the first time this season. I'm not sure about that exactly, but he had 12 to lead Faith. Connor Parrish getting a start tonight, had 8. Leading scorer for Calvary was Nathan Ulrichs with 10. As far as team stats, Faith shot 45.7% in the first half from the floor, including 4 of 14 from beyond the arc. 6 of 8 from the free throw line was Faith. 40% shooting for Calvary, 10 of 25. They made just 2 3-point baskets, but shot only 5, so 2 of 5, 40% shooting from three-point land for them, and 6 of 11 on free throws. Turnovers pretty even. Calvary with 9, Faith with 7. And offensive rebounds, Faith has 10 and Calvary just 3, so Faith with more opportunities, and they got 35 shots in the air, and even though their shooting percentage wasn't a lot better, they shot more shots and also made 4 3-point baskets. And bottom line is Faith has a 14-point lead at halftime. So we'll see if they can maintain that. Faith has had kind of a habit of getting behind this season and then in some cases coming from behind to win, and then in some cases coming from behind and not having quite enough to get over the hump. So a little bit different for them with a lead almost the entire first half. Calvary did have some brief leads. I think usually their lead was 1 point, maybe 2 a couple of times. So we'll see if Faith can stand prosperity, as they say, and if they can continue to build on this lead, or if Calvary will be the ones making the comeback tonight. We're about to find out as the second 20 minutes are about to get underway, and Faith will have the first possession of half number 2. In it comes to Connor Parrish, and Faith with the same starting 5 on the floor as was there at the beginning of the game. Calvary played a lot of zone. They're back to man now. Freeman cut off on the baseline, 13 to shoot as he gets the ball to Busenitz. James with 8 to shoot. Now Lundberg, his runner from the left side, won't go in. And unlike the first half where Parker Lundberg took the first shot and it was a 3, and traveling is called on Ryan Ulrichs, and he disputes that call with the ref. Not vehemently, not violently, but he just said, I did not. And the ref, of course, changed his call. That never happens. Sometimes it's unfortunate and the call needs to be changed, but it never happens unless it's college where they have replay and it's the end of the game. Shot missing there by Parker Lundberg, but Freeman wrestles away from the rebounder, and then a foul is called, and that's going to go on Calvary. Number 44, Barnett, picks up the personal foul. It's his first. No one else for either team has been whistled here in the first minute and 7 seconds of the second half. So Faith gets it back, 20 on the shot clock after the foul. Busenitz inside, fakes and scores. James Busenitz had 4 at halftime. We didn't give you all of the scoring in the first half. Nice cut to the basket there by Entz. He matches his first half total with that one, 2 in each half now for Samuel, as Faith works it around this man-to-man, and a foul call on the inside. Logan Fincham able to find Busenitz down low, and as he was trying to back in towards the basket, he was fouled, and that foul is the third on Entz. In it comes to James Busenitz. The kick to Fincham. Logan down the lane, pivots, gives to James Busenitz. Pushes his way in, has a shot blocked. Freeman comes down with it and throws it off Nathan Ulrichs, who was laying on the floor, and Faith will retain possession. Only 4 seconds on the shot clock as Faith will get it in here. So not a lot of time to do anything too fancy once you get the ball. And Faith is needing to shoot, and they do, and it misses by James Busenitz. He had no choice but to launch that one from the corner. Speaking of launching from the corner, Nathan Ulrichs does so and hits a 3, and so that makes the lead 11. Faith yet to score here. Excuse me, they had one basket here in the first half. It was 42-28 at halftime. The runner in the lane doesn't go for Parker Lundberg. He scored his 7 points in the first half pretty early. He hit a 3 first time down the floor. Shot inside is good by Barnett, and timeout called by Faith. 17:08 to go. 5 points have been shaved off of Faith's first half lead. We'll take a break. All right, we'll see if the timeout is beneficial for Faith, as they have started off kind of slowly, just 2 points in the first 3 minutes of playing time here in the second half. Freeman to Parker Lundberg, and now to Parrish on the baseline. Busenitz surrounded inside and is fouled as he finally goes up for the shot after multiple jukes and fakes. He gets fouled, and I think it's on Ryan Ulrichs. It is, no, it's on 13. Where is 13? Oh, that's Samuel Entz. That's his 4th personal foul, and he will come out of the game. Lucan Most replaces him in the Calvary lineup. So James Busenitz hits both free throws, 46-35, an 11-point lead. Fadeaway shot, no good, inside by Ulrichs. Here comes Seth Freeman on the run. Parrish has it back. Again, they dump it inside to Busenitz. Freeman for 3 is good. Seth Freeman, his first 3 of this game. He had 4 points in the first half. That, of course, is 7 in the game after that 3-pointer by Seth Freeman. Ryan Ulrichs is fouled as he comes to the basket, and that foul, I believe, will be called on Parker Lundberg. It is his second. And Ryan Ulrichs, who had 5 points in the first half, has 2 free throws coming here. First one good by Ryan. And into the game is Landon Hostetler for Calvary. I do not believe he played in the first half. He's in there now. Second free throw, also good by Ryan Ulrichs. And the lead for Faith is 12. It was 14 at halftime. Faith works the ball quickly. Parrish gives off to Parker Lundberg, who shoots it in. 7 in the first half, 2 here in the second for Parker. That gives him 9. Twilley passes across the lane. Ulrichs gets the runner to go in the lane. That's Nathan Ulrichs, who now has 15. We mentioned he was the leading scorer in the first half for Calvary with 10. Nice pick and roll. Busenitz, though, can't get it to go. Gets it down and then gets fouled on the floor. That's Nathan Ulrichs, who I believe will get called for that one. So no free throws there, as James was not shooting. And Seth Freeman will throw it in under the basket. And it comes to Lundberg, Parker to Logan Fincham, Parrish, and then Freeman. And Seth is called for traveling. Couldn't quite keep his pivot foot firmly planted on the floor. And so that turnover gives the ball back to Calvary. That's turnover number 8 on Faith. Inside it goes to Barnett, and now over to Hostetler, who shoots in a 2-point basket. He was close. It was close to a 3, but they called it a 2. Parrish all the way to the basket, muscles his way and can't get the shot to go. 10-point lead, and the ball now as Barnett has it for Calvary. Drives the lane and lays it in, and now the lead is down to 8. It was 9 a bit ago. Busenitz has it as Calvary tries to play man-to-man. They're just isolating Busenitz down low. Now the ball goes out of bounds, and ending up on the floor is Parker Lundberg, and he's in some pain, and he will be replaced in the lineup by Asa Newsom. I keep calling him Newsom. That is a Kansas State football player. It's the only other Asa I think that I know. His name is LaFleur, this guy that plays for Faith. Sorry about that. If you are his family. Driving shot to the basket is good by Twilley, and suddenly it's a 6-point game. So I said it'll be Calvary that has to come back in this game. Faith with a 14-point half-time lead. Mason Gorsh is back in there, drives the lane and lays it in. So that stops the run by Calvary and makes it again an 8-point lead. So let's see if Faith can stop the run. An illegal pick called on Ulrichs. It was right in front of the Calvary bench, and Coach Matt is not happy. That's the second foul on Ulrichs. Of course, any protestations falls on deaf ears, typically. Gorsh thought about a 3, spins into the lane. And now LaFleur Braz drives the lane. His little jump hook goes in. Took it a while. Bounced around on the rim for a while. Faith's lead is back up to 10 after it was cut to 6. That is 7 in the games for Braz, 5 in the first half. And he adds that field goal that bounced in. Ball bounces away from Ulrichs. Grabbed, shot by Barnett, missing, but coming out of there with it is Hammonds. And a foul on the floor. And that foul on Landon Braz. It's his third. And Calvary will have it under their own basket, trailing by 10, 12:23 remaining here in the regulation in the second half. Ryan Ulrichs drives, a lot of contact. Asa LaFleur went to the floor. Nothing called either way, shot miss, and here comes Faith back the other way. Landon Braz to Gorsh. A long three on the way and good. Mason Gorsh with 17, and the lead is up to 13. So Faith withstood so far that run, which cut the lead from 14 down to 6. And that was a pass, I believe, intended for Barnett. It hit the backboard. Faith comes out of there with it, and that one goes flying out of bounds as Landon Braz couldn't corral it. Several subs into the lineup for Calvary. Matthew Flores is in, as is Lucan Most. Somebody else came in as well. I believe that was Jaden Hart Perkins. So Faith failing to extend their lead. That ball tipped out of bounds by Gorsh, and Calvary will keep it. Hostetler was the intended receiver of that pass, and Mason reached it around and poked it. Couldn't catch up to it before it went out of bounds. Ball goes through the hands of Ulrichs and into the hands of Gorsh. His runner down the lane won't go. Business, though, with the rebound. Parrish for three, rolls off, and the rebound by Nathan Ulrichs for Calvary. So Faith, a couple of times, has had an opportunity to extend this 13-point lead. Nice, tough shot for Flores down the lane. He now has 2 in each half. And now he steals the ball. And as they're going out of bounds, Connor Parrish knocked Flores to the floor. No foul was called. And it'll be Faith's ball. Connor Parrish comes to the bench. And looks like Freeman came in for him. Braz to Gorsh. Gorsh drives and lays it in. Nice shot by Gorsh, and nice job of faking the three. His defender really was overplaying him to stop the three. He faked and then got around him, and no one was there to help. Good finish on that shot as well by Mason Gorsh. Ball goes off the hands of Calvary and into the hands of Faith. Braz thinks about a three. He drives all the way to the basket. Can't get it to go. And rebound into the hands of Skip Calvary. So a 13-point lead for Faith. Inside, the shot is up and in by Schneiderwind, who didn't play in the first half either. He cuts the lead to 11. Rawls inside to Busenitz, who lays it in. Nice pick and roll there, and James, the recipient of the pass as the roller, was able to lay it in with the right hand from the left side. Flores with the ball, Gorsh guarding him, and Mason gets called for that foul. Parker Lundberg, a little rest on the bench. He was in a little bit of pain after falling to the floor and went out for a while. He's back in there. Busenitz comes out of the Faith lineup. And a foul, as heading to the basket was Flores. That foul will be on Seth Freeman. We'll check the totals on that one. That's his second. And Flores will be to the line, at the line, shooting 2. That is team foul number 4 on Faith this half. Flores unable to get that one to roll in, but he has another one coming. Flores gets the second of 2 to go in, and the lead is 12 for Faith. In it goes to LaFleur. Twist, pivots, gets the shot to go, and he's fouled. Nice spin move there by Asa LaFleur. That's his first basket of this game. The foul on Flores is his first, and LaFleur can complete the three-point play here, and he does. The lead is up to 15. It was 14 at halftime. Faith with, I know, a 16-point lead at one point in the first half. It might have been 18. I didn't look back at the running score. I know this, it's 15 right now. That three-point shot missing by most. And now Faith, after getting the rebound, throws it away. The kick and the runner by Schneiderwin down the lane gives him 4 as he has come off the bench here in the second half. Freeman gives it off to Parker Lundberg as they work it against this man-to-man defense. In it goes to LaFleur, who's playing post. Lundberg from the baseline shoots it in. Parker Lundberg with 12, and it is a 16-point lead for Faith. 7:43 to go. Timeout called by Calvary. We'll take a break. Calvary in possession of the ball as we get underway with 7:42 left in the second half, and Faith, whose lead shrunk to 6, has it back up to 16. Inside it goes. Schneiderwind cut off. Now the ball tipped away as they tried to get it to him down low, but Calvary ends up with it. Only 4 to shoot. Ball again tipped around, and the shot misses the rim, and that is a shot clock violation for Calvary. So Faith kind of in the position that Ecclesia was against Faith last night. A lead late. Faith was able to cut into that some. Braz launches a 3 and misses. But Faith was never able to get over the hump. And we'll see if that same thing is true for Calvary here. Hart Perkins gets his first basket. LaFleur down the lane after the pass from Parker Lundberg, and Asa lays it in for his 4th and 5th point of the contest. This is Most. Ball tipped and stolen. Here comes LaFleur, speeding down towards the basket, lays it in. Asa LaFleur did not score in the first half. He has 7 here in this half, and the lead is, I believe, the largest of the night at 18, 72-54. It could still get close. We have a foul called, and that's on Seth Freeman of Faith. That is team foul number 5, the board says. I don't know if they put that one up yet. I think they did. No free throws. 3rd personal on Seth Freeman. And it comes to Hart, covered up by LaFleur, can't shoot. Flores with it, bounces in. Pivot, pivot, pivot. And they called 3 seconds in the lane. Eventually, they're pretty lenient on that call. That was Nathan Ulrichs who was there. And a lot of times, if you're trying to make a move to the basket, they will give you some grace, and they probably did give him a couple of seconds grace there. He was already in the lane when he received the pass. I don't know how long he had been in there, but the referees felt that that was too much to give him and called the 3-second violation. Parrish to Gorsh, and now Lundberg gets it at the elbow. Gorsh, and he's called for traveling. It looked a little funny. I don't typically watch the feet. I'm looking at the ball and the shot. The shot went in, I know that, but apparently a shuffle of the feet by Gorsh negates that shot. Twilley thought about a 3, instead passes it off to Ryan Ulrichs. Inside it goes, and a foul is going to be called on Mason Gorsh. Looked like Jaden Hart Perkins did trip over Gorsh's foot as he was pivoting back and forth, trying to get open for a shot. Free throw good by Hart Perkins. Point number 3 for him. Coming into the lineup is Joshua Good for Calvary, and I do not believe he has been in the lineup either tonight. I want to look and see if Hart Perkins does the same thing. He grabs the ball, no dribble, steps up and shoots. First time it worked, that time didn't, as he missed the second of 2. 5:05 remaining in this game. A 72-55 advantage for Faith. They lead by 17. Logan Fincham for 3. Shoots it in. He had one last night. He's been a little hesitant to shoot. And he got that one to go. Driving shot by Twilley goes in. Timeout called. 75-57. Faith leading by 18. 4:41 to go. Faith will throw the ball inbounds in the person of Logan Fincham, and it comes to Parrish. He's in there along with Braz, Parker Lundberg, and as Parker turned to pass, he got whacked on the arm, and that's team foul number 7, so Parker Lundberg will stroll to the other end and have a one-on-one opportunity here. First one good by Parker. He earns the bonus. 13 points for Parker Lundberg here in this contest. And now 14 as he gets the second one to go as well. .20 lead, and the ball lost out of bounds by Nathan Ulrichs, and it kind of looks like one of those games where things don't go too well for you, and Faith has had several of those during the course of this season, and it kind of looks like that for Calvary tonight. Logan Fincham is trapped on the corner. Was able to get the pass to Braz. Calvary now backs away. Landon for 3, no good. Parrish, though, with the rebound. Coming up on 4 minutes to go in this game. 12 on the shot clock. Parrish has it bounce off his foot as he drives to the basket. So that turnover, number 13 for Faith, gives the ball back to Calvary. Calvary has turned the ball over 19 times. And actually, Calvary shooting a lot better percentage in the game from the floor. They're shooting almost 58%, and Faith shooting 48%. A foul is called down low. I didn't see for sure what happened. Parker Lundberg, I believe, ended up on the floor, and the foul is on Parker, his third. Going to the line is number 3 for Calvary, Ryan Ulrichs. Ryan just 2 free throws in this half. He had 5 points in the first half. He has a couple more, or it's a one-on-one. And he will get to shoot 2 as he hits the first. Ulrichs hits that one as well. 7 of his points have come on free throws. Cross-court pass to Gorsh was almost intercepted, but Mason was able to grab it. And a foul called on Nathan Ulrichs as they're fouling intentionally now. If you're Calvary, you hope for some missed free throws, turnovers on the press, and then of course you got to score on the other end. And making up 18 points in 3.5 minutes is not impossible, but it's difficult. Parker Lundberg having a nice game. He now has 15 points in this contest, 16 as he hits the 4th of 4 free throws this half. A spinning move down the lane, and the shot is up and in by Flores. And Faith once again working against this press, and Parker Lundberg is fouled in the backcourt and will go to the free throw line again. First is good by Parker. Still a one-on-one situation. That is 9 team fouls on Calvary. And that one rolls in as well. Faith 15 of 17 from the free throw line, much better than last night. Parker Lundberg came flying in, got the rebound, flipped it behind his back, inbounds to a teammate, but he landed on the end line, according to the referee, who was looking right down at his feet. So we presume that is the right call. The Ulrichs boys play catch, and then Nathan shoots one in. Freeman gets it across the timeline to Braz, who drives and avoids the charge and shoots it in. A tough shot by Landon, and he was able to jump in the air straight enough. There was a little bit of contact, but not enough to call a foul on either. Driving shot by Ryan Ulrichs gives him just his second field goal. 7 free throws to go along with those. 11 points for him on the night. Timeout called. 83-65 our score. 2:16 remaining, and was it just a timeout to put subs in? Not sure. Freeman to Braz, so they get it across the timeline. Seth has it back, and Faith probably try to run some clock here. Gorsh backs out of the dribble. Now it's in near the lane and pulls it out. 6 to shoot. Braz, somebody needs to shoot. It'll be Lundberg. His 3 misses, but Freeman with the rebound. And Faith can run more time off the clock. Looks like Calvary has abandoned the philosophy of fouling. Just going to play some defense here. 6 to shoot as Gorsh starts his drive, and he's fouled by Joshua Good. So Gorsh, we mentioned, I believe, at some point during the broadcast, had 23 points the first time these two teams met. He's currently at 20 as he shoots that free throw in. And make it 21. 85-65, a 20-point Faith lead. Driving shot there missing. Defenders were trying to kind of back away from him and avoid the foul. They not able to do that, and Flores will go to the line to shoot 2. 1:23 to go in this game 4 of 4 this weekend, and Faith will have another home game. Flores misses the second. We'll check that schedule for you so that we can give that to you before we sign off today. That pass intercepted by Calvary. 1:11 to go. Calvary working the ball around, probably trying to get in position for a 3. They've got a lot of subs in the game. Maybe nobody wants to take one. Faith continues to play defense. Shot missing. Rebound. Follow shot is good by Joey Ross. And the bench cheers for Joey. Like maybe he doesn't get a ton of opportunities. 35 seconds to go. 19 on the shot clock. So Faith, though they can dribble for a long time, will not be able to run the clock out completely. A foul called on Joshua Good as he was trying to harass Mason Gorsh. Well, Mason would be able to equal his point total from the first meeting if he makes both, and he does. Gorse now with 23. A long three on the way, no good. Logan Fincham with the rebound. 13 seconds to go, and Faith will get it across the timeline and dribble it out, and it looks like our final score is going to be 87-68. Calvary with a better half. They scored 40 after just 28 in the first half, but it was not enough as Faith bumps their record up over the 500 mark again at 10-9. So here's how the individual scoring went. We mentioned that Mason Gorsh had 23. Parker Lundberg with a good game had 18. He was 6 of 8 from the line, 2 of 5 from beyond the arc, and 5 of 12 overall. Busenitz also in double figures. James had 10 points. Landon Bras with 9. Connor Parrish with 8. Seth Freeman and Asa LaFleur with 7. And Logan Fincham with 5. On the other side, 17 points for Nathan Ulrichs led Calvary. Ryan Ulrichs with 11. And those guys were the only Calvary players in double figures. 8 for Flores, 7 apiece for Twilly and Barnett, 4 apiece for Schneiderwind and Entz, 3 apiece for Lucan Most and Jaden Hart Perkins, and 2 each for Hostetler and Ross. So a lot of guys scored for both teams, but Faith scored more points overall, 87-68, our final. So I want to check the schedule for you before we sign off here. I said that I would do that. And next week, Spurgeon comes to town on Tuesday, and they're very good. Ozark comes on Friday next week on the 31st. So a Tuesday, Friday schedule next week, both of them home games, and then Faith is on the road for 3 straight at Emmaus, at Central Christian, and at Spurgeon. So this run of home games is almost over. So if you want to see Faith play and you're in the area, then you have 2 more opportunities next week. Until then, Kurt Fincham saying good night from Ankeny, Iowa.